Hi. Let me apologize in that you joined me already out of breath. And I'll just say that the first tenement of this new channel will be: do not lend tools to family members if you expect them back in working condition. I have 2 wheelbarrows, and both of the wheelbarrows have tires that will not hold air now. So I had to lug mulch extensively. Hello, Mr. Spider. Thank you. What I'm doing right now is something you've probably seen. It's on Grow Veggies channel, which is a wildly popular for a reason channel on YouTube. And I'm laying cardboard down as a weed barrier and then putting mulch on top of it. And it is as simple as it sounds. So I will spare you any details of it, get to it, and then we'll have a talk about what this channel is and what we're going to do on it, besides the obvious. And that obvious is, this is a vegetable garden. So I'll see you in a moment. All right, let's discuss what we got here. I've run out of mulch and cardboard. So this mulch was just to hold down what cardboard I had left. So this is not finished, and this place is a mess. This is about being real, about the real sides of homesteading you don't see. So this is the current state of the garden. All 3 of these beds have compacted down. The bottoms were filled with wood, leaves, and debris last year. Layer of potting soil on top. And rain and all of that material breaking down underneath has done a doozy. So they all need to be refilled. I am not a carpenter. I have never claimed to be a carpenter, and I never will claim to be a carpenter. But this is all scrap wood. The only thing new is the 2 beams in the center, which are helping hold up the net. More on that in a moment. Netting is this mesh. That's because I live out in the boondocks. There's a lot of deer here. We do a lot of damage. And then we have bird netting over top. These beams are here because, as you see, the bird netting has had better days. This is after 1 year. The twine used to keep it taut worked great. The twine was not designed for tornadoes, and we had 2. So the tornadoes did a doozy after the growing season. And unfortunately, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to save it. I'm standing in a massive hole right now, for example. That's just a free sky. And being out in the boondocks, I have every manner of bird that loves everything from seeds to the berries I'm growing. They found a tiny hole and got all of my beet seeds last year, for example. So we did not get any beets. Last year was our first successful year. I've been trying this since COVID, and in the middle of COVID, the only thing I could grow were onions. Last year we had blueberries, cucumbers, tomatoes, bush beans, onions, patty pan squash. I think that's all I would call successful. We had radishes and a few other things mixed in. This long bed here was completely corn, and I've tried it 3 years in a row now, and it has done horrendous each year. The first year we did it, I didn't have the pen. We had deer and squirrels just ravage it. The second year, I built a temporary fence just around the corn plot. It was doing great, and we had a windstorm come through and destroy it all. And then last year was doing great in here, and my elderly parents live with me, and my father loves to have a task, and his task, he decided, was to water the corn. I don't know if he overwatered it, I don't know what took place, but we got a massive amount of fungus, mushrooms, the whole thing, and it wasn't the good fungus that you can apparently eat. So all the corn was stunted, and what years did grow were teeny tiny and full of fungus. So this year I'm not doing corn. I'm probably going to do potatoes in this bed or something similar, because I've essentially all but emptied it out, and I've got to re-rake it and go through it. This here at my feet, this is the strawberry bed. These were planted last year, sparingly in here, and you see it's got to be weeded, and was not harvested. But this overwintered in here fine, multiplied a little bit, and we'll see what happens with that. Moving on, this is the bean bed. Again, everything still needs to be weeded. This will have beans in it again this year. This is an asparagus bed. We got some of our asparagus roots coming back. Here's our blueberry bush, which looks lovely this year. These are all blueberries. This is always a great performer. It's really fun. This is a new bed I haven't gotten to yet. This was our cucumber bed. It also needs to be weeded. This is another new bed. You see I've got tomato plants throughout because my parents will go to swap meets or garage sales and come back with some random tomato plant. But this year, one of these big beds is going to be Cherokee tomatoes, which, if you've never seen, they're this beautiful purple variety. And I don't particularly care for tomatoes, but I like them. And we might can a few. As you can tell, this is completely different than what I normally do. This has nothing to do with cameras or lenses if you follow my other channel, which is why this is going to be its own separate channel. With our generation, if you're my age, about to go through its fourth once-in-a-lifetime recession, I thought maybe I could help out by showing some of the things I've been doing. Last year, I got a lot out of here, even though it doesn't sound like it. Pounds and pounds of patty pan squash. Squash, for whatever reason, grows really easy for me, and it's a meal in itself. Onions, tons of onions, the beans, the tomatoes, all stuff that I didn't need to buy. And if you notice the growing shabbiness of this, most of this stuff is not new. 2 of the raised beds are new. The rest are garage sale items that people try for a hobby and they don't succeed. And you'd be surprised how inexpensive you can get them. I think each bed has 1 bag of Miracle-Gro raised bed garden soil mixed into it. And then the rest is mulched up leaves, twigs, dug up soil from another project. I haven't tested my soil. I haven't done anything that probably would benefit me for like the corn. But everything just seems to grow if you give it some attention and love. I am not a gardener, just like I am not a carpenter. I will be telling you what works for me, what's easy for me, what's inexpensive for me. And I'll be showing you my successes. I'll be showing you my failures. And there's going to be a lot of them. So hopefully you learn something from this. You take away something for your family in these trying times. And we all grow together and we'll grow better. Oh, I forgot to mention. The wife has told me that chickens are in her future too. So I'm sure sometime this year that hilarity will ensue. I'm not going to be the chicken keeper. She is going to be the chicken keeper. So you might actually get to see her some on this channel. But if any of this sounds interesting to you, drop me a like, drop me a comment, drop me a subscribe. And yeah, thanks for coming on this journey with me. See you later.